Good morning, everybody. Matt Johnson, mattjohnsonsales.com, located at John North Ford in Emporia, Kansas. I'm here today taping episode number 3 of Car Confessions. And as you can see behind me, we're going to be cruising around in a 2017 Nissan Rogue. I try to alternate vehicles. Last week I did a used vehicle, so this week I'm going to do brand new vehicle and have a special guest doing my first interview today. All right, on the inside here, you've got seating for 5, but in this Nissan Rogue, it is the family pack, so it's got a third row back there, and so it will seat 7. It's got a touchscreen on it with navigation, backup camera, has heated front seats in it as well, and of course, push button start with your intelligent key fob. So this never has to leave your pocket, your purse, your coat, whatever you're carrying in, unless you want to do the remote start. All you have to do is just push one of the buttons on the driver or front passenger side doors, and that will unlock that door if you press it once. If you press it again, it will unlock all the doors. So never has to leave your pocket, and that is an awesome feature. What's also nice about this Nissan Rogue is it has dual climate control. So if you and whoever is in the passenger seat run at different temperatures, you can control your own temperatures. This is a great car. It's rated at 26 miles per gallon in town, about 33 miles per gallon on the highway. So very fuel efficient, very economical. Set up a little bit higher than some of the cars, so you can see a little bit more and got a little bit more clearance than cars as well. So stay tuned, and we're gonna get my special guest going. All right, everybody, we're back, and you can see I have a special guest riding along with me today in the new 2017 Nissan Rogue, and I will let her introduce herself and tell us a little bit about who she is.
Well, I'm Jeanine McKenna. I'm the president and CEO of the Emporia Area Chamber of Commerce and Convention and Visitors Bureau right here in Emporia, Kansas.
All right. And what do you do as the chamber president? Do you have special duties? What all comes along with that?
A little bit of everything. You know those job descriptions that say, and anything else as deemed necessary? That is kind of it. You know, you said tell a little bit about yourself, and I didn't, and maybe this will tie into it, but I grew up in Pratt, Kansas, and both my parents owned businesses, and were very involved in the Chamber of Commerce. And then one of our best friends of our family was the chamber director in Pratt. And so I was that automatic volunteer that went in and folded newsletters and stuffed envelopes and did odd jobs. And then our family was the one who was always setting up for the sidewalk sales and the different events and that. So I grew up with chamber in my blood. My mother was the first woman chairman of the board of directors.
That's awesome.
For the chamber in Pratt. So that really got my interest early in maybe going into a career in this. And I think why I do it is because it's giving back to the community. Our mission at the Emporia Chamber is to be proactive in creating an environment for business and community success. And I guess I really believe in that. I believe we're here working for the business community, ensuring that we are a viable community so that you can be successful in your job, and that as the businesses we're driving by now can be successful as well.
That's awesome. And you kind of already went into it a little bit about why you do this. What is the goal, or I guess the reason behind what you do?
Well, for me personally, it's because I feel like we're making a difference in the community. I really do take it personally. I'm very passionate about it. I love what I do, and so we do something different every day. Earlier this week, I was writing a letter to our state legislators,
Oh, wow.
as they're working on the state budget. We're preparing, as the rest of the community, for the Dirty Kansas 200 coming to town, and making sure that our office is ready, that it's prepared. Some of our space is being used for media relations, so we're making sure we're set up for that. We are just got back from a conference within this past month, and so we're learning new things, just like you are with the social media and how to get it out there. And so that's the one thing about the job, is it's something different every day, and I'm passionate about that and believe that what we do does make a difference. Chambers of Commerce, sort of a history lesson here. I don't know if anybody wants a history lesson, but chambers are a nonprofit organization. They
Right.
were organized by businessmen and women over hundreds of years ago. In fact, the Emporia Area Chamber is 120 years old this year.
Wow.
And they were formed to help business, to put business interests forward. They felt like we feel. If the business community is strong, the rest of the community is strong. And so the chambers are known in history for starting many things. For here in Emporia, our city manager form of government, the chamber played a major role in that. The chamber played a major role in starting the Emporia Rec Commission, because they felt that was an important quality of life aspect in order to draw businesses here in doing that. But the Hollywood Walk of Fame, this is a fun story to tell. The Hollywood Walk of Fame was started by the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, and still today
Really?
is a program of the Chamber of Commerce in Hollywood. So once again, Emporia played a major role in the founding city of Veterans Day. And so you can go back in history and find a lot of neat things that chambers have been involved with.
That's great. And that also kind of ties into my next question, so you're really good at this. What's some of the advantages of being a chamber member and joining your local Chamber of Commerce?
Well, we're here to make connections. We're a chamber of connections. So we want to match businesses up with other businesses to help them grow and succeed. We want to help educate our members on areas for professional development. So we mentioned social media. Maybe it's Leadership Emporia, because the community has always said, what are we doing to grow leaders within our community, to take leadership roles? And so we started, this will be our 30th class for Leadership Emporia. And we can go back through and take a look at how our graduates of Leadership Emporia have become engaged and involved in the community. And when we say engaged and involved, we want people to be civically involved.
Sure.
So it doesn't just mean elected positions, but it can be being involved with the church, with school, with other community members, church, and then also the elected positions, because we do need those as well. So education is one area. Advocacy, I talked about earlier. The past 3 years, we have worked really hard on a joint legislative statement where we brought the whole community together to say this is what's important for the Emporia Lyon County area, and have taken that message forward to our state elected officials. We felt it was important to do this jointly because I think most people would agree politics are getting very divisive. And so instead of putting us against each other, we're showing how we're together for our community to grow it. And so doing the legislative statement. So there's many areas, and I believe good reasons to invest in the Chamber of Commerce. We're taking a look at workforce. We're taking a look at housing. It really depends on the individual business and what's important to them.
I got you. So always advantages, always benefits with networking, growing those connections, and to just grow a little bit wider instead of climb a little bit taller at the same, just only climb a little bit taller.
Right.
I got you. Is there new happenings in the industry, or is there anything new and exciting coming to Emporia that you can let us in on?
Well, just announced this week was Glick's coming to the Flint Hills Mall. So we're pretty excited about that. This is a family-owned business that sort of a department style store that will be growing. They will carry men and women's clothing, teens, juniors, and so we're pretty excited about that. They're excited about coming to our community as well. Of course, we all know Hobby Lobby. It's you're seeing,
Yep.
It rise out of the ground, and they should be open within a month and a half, 2 months. So we're pretty excited about that.
That's awesome.
And then, no other major announcements, but there has been an uptick in inquiries and people taking. So you can see that the economy is good. So hopefully that means in the next year there will be some great announcements.
That's great. And especially a community this size, to have businesses coming in, showing an interest in coming into our community, helping grow it, creating jobs and opportunities as well, is always something that we look forward to and get excited. Is there any question that you would like to ask me or ask whoever I interview next within the next couple weeks?
Well, being the chamber and talking about benefits and that, you've been a very active member in the chamber, and I appreciate that. I'm going to put you on the spot and ask for a testimonial.
For a testimonial, I would 100% support and back the Chamber of Commerce. I don't like putting myself out there. I'm not an extroverted person, so I have to force myself to do this. And doing some of the chamber events, when I first started, I didn't know anybody, and now with doing these each time and having you and some of the other people now hold me accountable for it, I have really grown and made more connections than I thought I would and than I anticipated. And there's a lot more people that know me. I know them and their families, and growing not only in the community but as a person myself.
Great.
So it's been fantastic. So thank you for everything that you do and what you've done to help me.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Excuse me.
Well, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. This episode number 3 of Car Confessions, and my first interview with President and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce, Jeanine McKenna. Jeanine, thank you so much for being here and riding around with me. And to everybody that's watching, you're welcome for no karaoke. So I will see you guys next week, and we'll see where I pop up, what I'm driving, and if I do an interview, or if you guys would like to see me discuss a topic in general about the car industry, please just message me, email me at matt@mattjohnsonsells.com, or feel free to call me 620-794-1032. Thanks, guys. See you next week.
Remember, it's a great day in Emporia.